Welcome back. They're rich, famous, and speaking out. These days, many movie stars and musicians alike are making headlines for more than their award-winning performances. Their jaw-dropping, bold statements against the United States government and President Bush leave many asking the question, who do these people think they are? Joining me to offer their own Hollywood expertise is investigative journalist Pat Lalama and E-Online columnist Ted Casablanca. Pat, let's start with you. Some of these stars are saying they feel they're being blacklisted. They say that because they speak out against the president, they're going to be punished. I thought it worked the other way in Hollywood. It was my view, and I've had some big-time actors tell me, well, I can't really take a position here because I'll be blackballed in Hollywood. Who's right?
John, I am going to tell you from the heart, if you believe that any extremist liberal is crying about being blacklisted for speaking their mind against the president, that, you know what, they get the Academy Award. It's absolutely not true. It is, in fact, just the opposite. I'll give you an example. The very well-known radio talk show host Larry Elder did his own movie to counter Michael Moore's, of course, Fahrenheit 9/11. He had about 6 or 7 celebrities, pretty big names, lined up to be a part of his documentary. They promised to do it. The minute he started production, each one of them, like little tin soldiers, fell down and said, Larry, you know, it's just not safe for me to do this. I can't speak out. It's too volatile. So it's not the liberals, the extreme liberals. I want to make sure we get that clear. It's not the extreme liberals. It is people who support George Bush in Hollywood.
Hey Ted, and the thing is, you know, they seem to be whining because bloggers are holding them accountable. Why shouldn't bloggers hold them accountable? They're putting money in their pocket.
Oh, they're not whining. They're liking the attention. I agree with Pat, actually. I think this gets the celebrity more attention. It looked bad for the Dixie Chicks, but you know what? Their albums are selling better. They're getting more attention in the end. So I think it may look dicey sometimes for some of these stars, but in the end, the old adage that, you know, there's no bad publicity, I think is true.
You know, Ted, it's interesting you say about they get attention here because, you know, this Rosie O'Donnell, right? I mean, radical Christianity is just as threatening as radical Islam in a country like America. Did they put this lady on just to go on there and get people's blood boiling?
I can tell you really have it in for Rosie. I actually like Rosie's, her fearless, the way that she wants to speak out, and she doesn't care what people think of her.
Now, what kind of a person, Ted, doesn't care?
In her opinion, she thinks that many Christians are being so extreme and they're being harmful to many people in the country, and she wants to speak out against it.
How can you compare them to Zarqawi? Go ahead, Pat.
John, I just want to jump in there because, you know, I don't have any problem with celebrities using the power of their big resource, being the screen, to speak out. You know, God love them, let them say things. What I don't understand about the current celebrity list is the hatefulness, the vitriolic speech, and the fact that so many of them are absolutely uninformed and seem to be so incredibly grateful about the country that gave them the opportunity to be rich and famous. Natalie Maines, finally, the last straw for me, John, was Natalie Maines of the Dixie Chicks saying, I don't understand why people have to love this country. I mean, what is that about? You have to love your country.
So then you want to give Kevin Costner a pat on the back. He said that making a movie about assassinating Bush was outrageous. He stood up for Bush, huh?
Can I say something to Pat?
Go ahead.
I want to flip that around, and I think there's a real vitriolic sense and an extreme sense of hatred against celebrities who are unafraid to speak out.
You know,
Ted, that's not true.
You know what? I got to tell you something. There isn't any way to take these people that seriously. It's what planet are they living on? They dislike America. They want to.
John,
you know, look, you got Sean Penn calling the president a devil. You know, I mean, come on.
I know, and that's Ted and John, let's get this straight. I am proud of anyone who has the guts to speak out. I like to believe it myself. Believe me, I'm one of the few conservatives in Hollywood who will stand up and do it. But the point is, this hatred, this venom, and they get people who don't read themselves and don't inform themselves get all behind these celebrities because they don't know any better. They're like lemmings. And studies do show that people pay attention to that.
Guys, we're out of time. We have to have you come back. We're out of time. But I'll say this. Bono has used his celebrity for tremendous good.
Yes.
And George Clooney just did this week by going to the UN with Elie Wiesel and standing up on Darfur. Maybe they ought to learn to be a little bit more constructive. But
when Republicans do it like Schwarzenegger, then it's okay.
Well,
it's when the Democrats do it that it's so bad.
All right, we got to leave it there. We'll have you back. That was fun. We'll have you back.